life's what I get from you is life's bigger than real estate. I know you're a family man, you've got goals and aspirations, and you're obviously passionate about it. But what what is Tiny Tribes? And did something happen in your life that kind of influenced this nonprofit? Or yeah, walk us through that.
Yeah, yeah, that's a pretty touchy subject, with Tiny's tribe. I'll give the Cliff Note version of it. So growing up, I was like expected to be like who my family wanted to be, like generationally. Like my last name Rinderknecht means keeper of the herd, right? So it's like for since the beginning of time, my family's been ranchers, and like that's always been the expectation that we would be ranchers and farmers, right? And it's kind of interesting because like my dad is the oldest child, I'm the oldest child, and I'm the oldest of all of my cousins on my grandpa's, my dad's and grandpa's side. So it's like I always felt like this huge pressure to be what everybody else kind of wanted me to be, right? And so growing up, I was always like the people pleaser, the yes man. Like I never wanted to do anything that people like would think down on me. Like I got told so many times, like, oh wow, because like my name, Odell Joe, is my grandpa's name and my great grandpa's name, right? Like I'm generational through and through, right? And so it's like I got to the point where it's just like I'm tired of like people telling me I got to live in like my grandpa's, my great grandpa's shoes. I got to walk in those, like fill those shoes, you know? And in 2013, and we'll get into the Tiny Stride and how that all came about. I was going to school to be an X-ray tech at Utah State because that's what my dad, mom wanted me to do. It was a safe, secure job. I'd be able to rodeo. The job would always be in demand, and I could just have a nice little life, right? But I'd always had like greater aspirations deep down that I had just like snuffed out, right? Because I was people pleaser, doing what other people thought. And in 2013, we were driving back to Logan from my parents' house here in Idaho, and I was in a really bad car accident. And in that car accident, I lost my little brother and my grandma. So I was 22 at the time. My brother was 21. And, we were, 22 months apart. And, there's a lot more detail of this car crash that I could say, but it was very, very bad. Like we were southbound towards Logan in the back roads. When we got done rolling, we were on the other side of the road facing north, right? Violently rolling. Yeah. And I was beat up pretty bad. But I remember for those of you who are religious or of our faith, member Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, like there were some guys driving by. It's like 8 o'clock on a Sunday night. They came and they gave me a blessing. The only thing I remember was that I was given a second chance at life because I wasn't living the way I should have been. I wasn't living for myself. I was just going through kind of a spiritual journey myself. And from that accident, like I was beat up. They didn't think I was going to make it. I was in the ICU for 10 days, shattered femur, internal bleeding, just busted up, man. Right. And I decided from there that I was going to live for my brother. So Clancy was his name. Tenny was his nickname. And he went after what he wanted in life unapologetically. He didn't care what other people thought. He just went after it. Right. Anything he wanted. So like I decided to move forward with my life with that mindset. Like I'm going to live with Clancy and I'm going to live on my terms and I don't care what anybody else tells me. And, all the other thing too is like, so that's kind of where Tiny come from. And then Tribe is like, I wouldn't be who I am or where I am today if it wasn't the amazing outpouring of love and support from the community, the friends and family, the community that, paid for hospital bills. And, I probably lost in sleep in my recovery because of the amount of people that just kept coming over to make sure we were okay. And, and so that's where Tiny's Tribe comes from is it's our way of being able to give back and help families who have been in some kind of tragic incident or accident that resulted in death or injury of somebody in their family.